Okay, for over a year now, we've been talking about we hope the interest rates come down. And I will admit to you that interest rates were absolutely phenomenal a few years ago. I bought my house 9 years ago and my interest rate is right at 3%. And that is a gift that I am very happy for, and I love the fact that I have a low mortgage payment. But the truth of the matter is, the interest rates went up and they have come back down. They're tending to hover right now between 6.25, maybe even as much as 6.5 with the government shutdown and other things that are going around right now. But they have come down and they are still less right now than the national average has been for the last 50 years. So it's a good time to consider buying based on interest rates. The problem is there are a lot of other things that can hike up your payment. For example, HOA fees, property taxes, insurance rates. Insurance rates in Texas are a real problem. I'm really hoping that the next time the legislature meets, that they actually address this and start to work away on keeping things somewhat moderate. We have seen propositions passed in our government recently that have helped us a lot with things like our homestead exemption, thus improving our property taxes. Take advantage of any property exemption taxes that you can so that you keep things low. And while I'm on that subject, let me just say something about homestead exemption in Texas. Homestead exemption in Texas is something that if you live in that house and it is your primary residence, it is a no-brainer. You want to claim that homestead exemption, but it is not going to save you thousands of dollars in our area of Texas. It saves you a few hundred. What is the advantage of taking the time to fill out the paper? The purpose of homestead exemption is really to make sure that your homestead is protected against other things that might hinder you financially. For example, a bankruptcy. If you've got that homestead exemption, it is hard for a bankruptcy to come in. If you've been making your house payment, it is hard for a bankruptcy to come in and take over your property. But if it's an investment property, it typically can be part of a bankruptcy. So just keep that in mind. It's not saving you a lot of money, it's protecting your investment so that you have a homestead in Texas. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. The other things that you need to consider when you're buying a house are all the costs that are involved with it. You have not only your interest rate, you have the insurance, your taxes, and your HOA fees. Maybe your HOA fee is a moderate one, but it sounds like, oh my goodness, $300 extra a year or whatever number it is. Look at what the amenities are. There are some neighborhoods that offer fabulous amenities. What comes to mind for me right now, honestly, is Imperial Oaks. Imperial Oaks has great amenities. Some of the amenities that are in Imperial Oaks, for example, are pools, splash pad, a community room, ponds for fishing, beautiful park, trails to walk on. I mean, there are all kinds of things. And its location, which is a whole nother little thing, is right there by 99. It used to be somewhat difficult to get to Imperial Oaks because we just had Rayford Road. The traffic on Rayford Road is better now than it used to be. And then you've got the Grand Parkway, so you have better access. And that's just a little caveat to a good place to be, that area of Montgomery County. So all that being said, I would just say that take in mind the full consideration of what you're paying for. We all know that when we go out for a really fine dining experience, we don't mind forking over the money. We know in advance we're going to get a great meal, we're going to get great service, we're going to get everything we want, and it's worth what we're spending. It may be a rare treat because we can't afford it all the time, but it is something that we really want because of this special occasion or whatever we're doing that night. And we think this was worth it, this time with you, this time with a meal. And that's how a house should be. Whatever you're paying for, it's worth it. If it's not worth it, don't buy that house. Whether it's because of the mortgage payment or whether it's because you're settling on what it is that you really desire in a home, and this has almost everything, but that one key ingredient that you really had your heart set on isn't there, keep looking if you can. And then the third thing is all the amenities that might come along with paying a little bit of extra for an HOA or whatever. And then the last thing I'll address to think about is the mud tax. I will just tell you that a lot of people don't want to mud because they think the mud tax in Texas is high. Let me tell you, there are private water companies where the water bill is so high that you might as well have paid the mud tax, because the mud tends to govern itself and take good care of its people, and they have that property tax that's included every year, but the mud rates for water usage typically are lower. So keep in mind, the Hometown team is here to help you. We can answer questions about just about anything, and if we don't know the answer, we'll try to get one from you from someone who really does know. And we are here to serve you, the Hometown team, working for you.